Today's video marks the beginning of a new series where I'll be showing you how to build an actually useful space station from scratch. Let's jump right in. We'll start by building the crew return pod. To do this, we will simply attach some RCS so it can move independently, and some parachutes and a heat shield so it can return without problems no matter where we put our station. We will also want a docking port here. Now, let's build the core module. This is where the first crew will spend their time. To do this, I add a docking port to be used as a decoupler, and we will also dock other modules to it later. I also add a probe core first, so it is controllable, then optionally add an SAS module for additional control. You may also opt to add an RCS fuel tank here too. Now we can add the main docking port core. To do this, put a docking port on each node here. You should also add some batteries and small static solar panels so we don't ever run out of electricity. Optionally, you can add some lights to make it look nice, like I struggle to do here. From here, we can encase the station core into a payload fairing. Make sure to add a probe core to your upper stage so we can get it away from the station when we're done with it. Then we just build a fairly conventional rocket that is powerful enough to get to our destination orbit. Because I'm just going to a fairly low Kerbal orbit, I only need a couple of kilometers per second of delta V, but you may need more depending on where you plan on putting it. But just like that, we're ready to launch. Now here I decided to put my station into a fairly high inclination orbit at 45 degrees. But other than that, the launch is a fairly standard procedure. I decide to aim to put my station into orbit at an altitude of 250 kilometers above the surface. Now, once we've arrived at our destination orbit, we should deorbit the upper stage that got us there so we don't leave behind a mess. Then we can detach the return pod from the big docking port and then redock with the station at the other end. Congratulations! You've now taken the first step to making your first station. Be sure to stay tuned to see how this station evolves.